Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is dr.J and this is the 21st episode of my series How to Complete Hollow Knight. Last time we absorbed the second dreamer, Wurian the Watcher, stored our money in a somewhat dubious bank and started our journey through the Queen's Gardens. Today we'll continue our exploration of this area and let's see what secrets we will uncover there. Before we unlock the stack station though, let's deal with another warrior's grave. Marmu is a pretty easy boss. Her only attacks are curling up and bouncing around the arena. Occasionally she also teleports, and that's about it. Just time your slashes right and you'll have no problems with her. Yet again, the fact that I'm messing up the fight is not representative of its difficulty. I do not recommend using spells because although Marmu's movement patterns are quite predictable, she is nonetheless very fast, so managing to hit her with any spell is not easy. And we're done. Listen to her story, gather her essence, and let's move on to the stack station. The stack station is just to the right of here. Pay to unlock it, use the bench and open the shortcut by hitting the lever to the right. So we continue through the shortcut and this time we go all the way up for the next grub. For the time being we will only be going up. There are not many enemies on the way. It's mostly platforming, similar to the rest of the Queen's Gardens. It's good of the devs to leave a salt totem here, since we'll be going through a lot of spikes on the way. Except for the start, the room went pretty well, if I may say so myself. Just a couple more enemies until our next platforming challenge. Okay, so for the next challenge you have to use really precise super dashes. It may take a few tries. And this is grub number 41 for it. Next we'll go activate the essence tree in the passage to Green Path. Well, Coming down almost took me more tries than getting up. This is one of the biggest essence trees in the game. It contains a whopping 44 essence orbs. There is very little platforming, but some may be a little hard to find. Okay, so this is the part that may stump you. I know it did me. There are more essence orbs above the place where group number 34 was captured. And in my case, the last one was the first orbs next to the tree. I was a bit too quick and went past it before it fully materialized. Now that we're done, we could go do an achievement depending on what you did with the nailsmith. Since we're here anyway, we can use this opportunity to get the Happy Couple achievement. Let's put a dream gate here to save us some backtracking. Now just beeline it towards Nailmaster Sheo's hut. Our first waypoint is the massive Moss Charger arena. Now let's go up a bit after the exit to the right and then go right once again to get to a safety bench. Just quickly grabbing the bench. And now it's time for a long trip to the far left of the area. Unfortunately, there is no real way to speed this up. I'm pretty certain using super dash in this room is not worth it, but if anyone wants to time it, feel free to share your results in the comments. And finally, we can use the super dash in the last room before reaching Master Sheo's hut. Unfortunately, it still takes quite some time since it's not a straight shot to the exit. Don't forget you have to cut this super dash short, otherwise you'll crash in the spikes. And we're almost there, just a little bit more platforming left. In order to get the achievement, you also have to talk with the nailsmith. And there we have it. I hope they're happy together. Now that we are done with this side trip, we can simply use the Dream Gate and go back to the Queen's Gardens. We have a boss fight waiting for us there. From here we go back to the previous room, down and to the left. Now is a good opportunity to talk about the history of the Queen's Gardens. Before becoming the retreat of the White Lady, this area was part of Un and her Moskin tribe's domain. After the annexation by the Kingdom of Hallownest, the Moskin tribe abandoned it without a conflict. When the infection began and after the creation of the Pure Vessel, the White Lady locked herself in the Queen's Gardens, and at some point in the past the exiled Mantis traders occupied it. We can put another Dream Gate here to save us a bit of time after the boss fight. First we need to defeat a few Mantis traitors and then the traitor ward will appear. Welcome to the party pot! The traitor wards fight similarly to the Mantis traitors and the Mantis Petra, but on top of their attacks he can also create shockwaves that must be shade dashed. Also, all of his attacks sans the glaives do 2 masks of damage. He's not a terribly difficult boss, but he's certainly one of the tougher ones. You bastard! You killed Quad! Your bravery will be remembered, Quad. Now we can go meet the White Lady and receive the White Fragment. The body next to the entrance to the White Lady's retreat is Drea. She perished while fending off the Mantis traitors. And this is the White Lady, the mother of our brave little knight. Obtaining both white fragments and thus the King Soul's charm is a requirement for most endings. The White Lady refers to Hornet, so she is the illegitimate child of the Pale King and someone else. Could the fact that Hornet is using silk threads be a hint to who her mother could be? While we are teleporting with the Dream Gate, Try to remember the way the White Lady looks. We'll be seeing something similar in the future. The next part of our journey leads up to the fungal waste, so let's head to the stack station and travel there. Since we opened the shortcut to the stack station, it won't take us too long to get back to it. Though safe quitting would have instantly placed us directly inside the station. So this is again a time save that I didn't use, but you should. Anyways, like I said, it's not a long journey. And now we'll take the stack to Queen Station and the fungal wastes. First up in the fungal wastes is another warrior's grave, so let's go all the way to the right end of the area. This trip to the fungal wastes will be relatively short. We only need to visit a warrior's grave, get an essence tree and another mask shard. There is no point in placing a dream gate here, since collecting the items will lead us directly to Deep Nest, where we need to go next anyway. You could go up from here and use the bench near the leg eater if you want to, but like I said, there's not much point in this since we won't be coming back here. And we've reached Elder Who's grave. This is a pretty easy boss fight. His only attack is slamming down rings from above in two different patterns, and they're both very easy to dodge. Unfortunately, he also likes to teleport a lot, so this may prolong the fight somewhat, but it doesn't make it any more difficult. Elder Who's tale is a tragic one. He ventured the lands of Hallownest trying to cleanse it from the infection, but eventually succumbs to it himself. In his clouded mind, he perceives the Mantis tribe to be infected and attack them. This forced them to kill him and later create this memorial in his honor. Well, you've already seen how this fight goes. The Abyss Shriek spell can be quite effective if you manage to hit him with it, but just using melee will do the job as well. Now we have another essence tree to activate. It is located above the Mantis village. Okay, so first we need to go back all the way to the left. Then all the way to the bottom and left again. You can see in the map the location of the essence tree just above the mantis village. Now we climb this wall and take the left exit. Let's clear the room a bit to make the orb collection a bit easier. The orbs from this tree are very easy to collect. They roll out in the open in 3 distinct paths. There's another mask shard nearby in the fungal core, so let's go get it. The journey through the fungal core is fairly straightforward. You just need to go down whenever you can. With all the upgrades we now have, you could just melt the Shroom Ogre. You don't have to fight those 2 ogres, but they're quick kills, so might as well. And by dropping in this hole, we'll go straight to Deepnest and fall on the next mask shard. Okay, so just 2 more mask shards to go. And as much as I don't want to, we need to go back to the Deepnest now. We first got to go to the failed tramway bench and then to the next warrior's grave. Since there's going to be very little backtracking, there is no real good place to put the dream gate, so just run through the rooms the old-fashioned way. There is also not that many enemies, and with our fully upgraded nail, they don't pose any problems anyway. I'll do a quick rundown on what we'll be doing in this trip through Deepnest. Hey guys! Now that we're done with the Queen's Gardens, it's time to again continue our hunt for the Dreamers. Unfortunately, the last one is located in the Deepnest, so we'll have to go back there. At least this will be the last time we'll have to torture ourselves in this hellhole. As always, if you've enjoyed it, please press the like button, and if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. This will really help me provide better content for you guys. Hope to see you again next time, and until then, have a good one.